Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review on the new Aldi premium ice cream maker. This was a special buy on Thursday the 16th of July. I bought one. I was first in the queue. I was ready to punch and maim other people who were trying to buy it, but I got my hands on one. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is unbox the absolute beauteousness. So it's the brand Ambiano. It's an Aldi special buy. It went on sale at the time of recording this at 8 o'clock this morning. It's the premium ice cream machine. It comes with 10 preset settings, which are ice cream, light ice cream, coffeecino, slushy, smoothie bowl, sorbet, frozen drink, milkshake, gelato and frozen yogurt. It's got an approximately 500 ml capacity, runs at 800 watts of power, and I am so excited. The first thing inside the box is the manual. So this is a care guide and hopefully it's also recipes. Okay, there's no recipes inside here. It is mostly about cleaning, the buttons, the functions, the plugging it in and the using of the machine. No, it does actually also have some recipe cards in here. So they've got recipes for coffeecinos, light ice cream, frozen yogurt. It gives you recipes for a strawberry banana frozen yogurt, a berry cherry smoothie bowl, a raspberry and orange slushy. Okie dokie, so what have we got? The first thing looks like we've got some lids for our containers, which will hold our ice cream once it's made. Then we've also got the blade, which just looks like that. Then we've also got the plug. Then here is one of our containers. So it's nice. That looks like a pint to me. It's got a maximum fill line on the side to help you measure. It's also got a line that tells you where you can fill it up to in order to freeze the ingredients. And the lid goes on like that. Got another one. And then we've got the unit itself. And we've also got another container already in the front, which I actually can't work out how to get out, so I'm gonna refer to the manual. Also, just the first page in the manual, I've actually got a 3-year warranty on this, which is fantastic. And it also says additional jugs and lids are available to purchase at, and then there's a link to a website, so that's really handy. Because I think 3 is a really good amount to begin with, but I might want more because I can sense myself becoming quite addicted. Okay, so there's a little button on the front on the side that you push down to release the cup that's in the unit. And then, so this lid is the one that you attach the blade to. Oh, and it's like magnetized, so it's just sort of stuck itself in there. Ooh. And then you twist it to lock it on. Interesting, interesting. And then it goes back in like that. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Okay, so my first impressions is that it looks really good. It looks expensive. It does look quite premium. I would say, however, that it is quite tall and I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna store it. And I think I'm actually gonna have to take some of the shelves out of one of my kitchen cupboards to be able to store it, but that's fine, I can do that. But she looks good. And so now it's assembled, all I need to do is prepare some of my frozen ingredients, get them frozen, and once it's in like this, and I've got my pint with the ingredients in here, I think it's just a case of selecting which program you want to use. All right, so let's have a look at some of the ingredients that I've picked up, but then there was also stuff in my cupboard that I thought I could definitely use in an ice cream. So there's some stuff that I already had, but just going along, I have got some Manuka honey. I've also got some seedless raspberry jam. I bought some frozen raspberries. I also bought some reduced fat soft cheese because the whole reason for getting this ice cream machine is so I can make lower calorie ice cream. I could eat 3 pints of ice cream per day, and there are some good low-calorie options out there, but I just thought, let's cut the middleman out and let me just make whatever flavour low-calorie ice cream I want. I've got a vision of some matcha ice cream. I bought some white chocolate chips. I've got this dirty chai latte mix that I think would make such a delicious ice cream. Then I've got some frozen blueberries almond milk because that's really low in calories. I've also got, not too much, but I've got a little bit of pistachio syrup left from making my matchas. I've got some light hot chocolate powder, which I think would work quite well to do like a chocolatey ice cream. And I've also got my fat-free Greek yogurt. Most of this is from Aldi. So I've got 3 pints to make, and I think I am going to do, number 1, a raspberry cheesecake. So for that, I'm going to be using soft cheese, raspberries, a little bit of raspberry jam and Greek yogurt. The next one I'm gonna do is a white chocolate and matcha. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do a pistachio matcha ice cream, and then I'm gonna do a blueberry and white chocolate chip. Oh, I'm so excited. So the rest of you ingredients, sorry, this is not your time, you've been relegated. I will use the almond milk in all of these. So I've actually just got ChatGPT to write me a recipe for the cheesecake version. It's given me a strawberry cheesecake. I don't think it really matters too much, but it's given me my quantities and what I need to do. So I'm gonna start with my raspberry cheesecake. And I am actually gonna use my blender to mix all of my ingredients before I pour it into my pint cup. So for this recipe, I need 200 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt. I need 150 ml of almond milk, and I need 150 grams of my raspberries, but I think I'm just gonna put 100 in to be safe. Then I need 25 grams of reduced fat cream cheese. And I also need a little bit of sweetener. My sugar bowl is actually just full of sweetener, so I'm gonna do about 1.5 teaspoons. And then it says a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've got vanilla syrup, which is low calorie, and I'm so sure that'll do the exact same thing. So a tiny bit of that. Then it says a pinch of xanthan gum. I am not putting that in, thank you very much. And I don't actually think I'm gonna bother with the jam. I think there's plenty in here. So I'm gonna give this a whiz up in my Ninja with the blender. Then I'm going to pour it into my pint. Okay, look at this. It's very pink. It looks gorgeous. There's a little bit of yogurt here that hasn't really blended, so I'm going to try and stir that out. And so I've got this line on my cup that says freeze fill, so I assume that's how much you can fill it up to freeze. I've gone over that line ever so slightly. Oh, it's fine. It does actually say in my manual you can fill it up to the max fill line if you're doing a light ice cream, and there's literally only a tiny little dribble left and it's not quite at the max fill line, so that's fine. So I've popped my lid on and I'm gonna get this into the freezer to freeze, and I'm gonna whip up my second batch of ice cream, which will be my pistachio matcha flavour. All right, flavour number 2. This one is my pistachio matcha flavour. And it's very similar in the base, so I'm gonna do 200 grams of Greek yogurt again, 150 mils of unsweetened almond milk. I'm gonna do 20 mils of my pistachio syrup. Well, I'm gonna do 20 grams, so I'll work that out. And then I've got my Perfect Head matcha powder, and I'm gonna start with, I think, 2 teaspoons and see what the colour looks like, and if I want it to be greener, I can always add a bit more. I'm going to add another teaspoon of sweetener, and let's get this blended. Okie dokie, good morning. It is the day after, and I ended up making 3 batches of different flavours because I just was having so much fun being creative with the flavours. So this is my raspberry cheesecake flavour, and Kyle's gonna have that for his breakfast. This is blueberry and white chocolate flavour, and then the one in the middle is obviously the pistachio matcha, and it came out a really nice green colour. So I've plugged this in and I've got my manual, so let's give it a try. These have been in the freezer overnight. It is the morning after making all of them up, so you have to freeze everything for 24 hours. I have done that, and now I'm gonna make some ice cream. Right, this is what it looks like. It does say in the instructions if it looks a bit powdery to add some milk, and it does look a bit powdery to me. So I'm gonna add some milk. But I am also gonna test it first. Yeah, it is a bit like chalky. It tastes good though, but it's like sand. Alright, that's with a little bit of milk added. It looks a lot better. That's got a much more ice creamy consistency. It's really smooth and it is creamy. Oh my god. This is Kyle's breakfast, but I'm just making sure it's not, nothing needs to be added. So this is blueberry and white chocolate, and I added all the ingredients into my fitness pal, and it came out at 238 calories for this entire pot, which I think is amazing. And just one more taste. So good. Okay, I'm handing this over. Ooh, it's really, really scoopable. Oh. Yes, it's really easy to clean, just a very quick rinse under the slightly warm tap, and then I'm just giving it a little dry to make sure there's no water on the top of the mechanism. So what I'm gonna do is also process this one and leave it in the freezer so it's ready for when I want it. Here is the matcha. It fills up quite a lot once it's processed, but again, it's gone slightly powdery, so I am gonna add some almond milk. That tastes so good. Oh my god, that tastes so good. Ah! Oh my god! I would say it takes probably about 2 minutes to process, which is fairly quick. This one's still a bit powdery. I mean, it is better. I think it does need, I'm losing it. I think it needs a dribble more milk. I wonder why that is. It might be the fact that it's made using a lot of fat-free ingredients. Maybe the fat is what makes it a bit creamier. This looks a lot better. If anything, it looks a bit wet now. But look at that consistency. Ooh! This is the best thing ever. I can't believe I have not had an ice cream maker until this day. So this entire pint, which is weighty, is less than 200 calories for this flavour. I'm gonna rinse this, pop this one through, put that back in the freezer just so it's ready for when we want. And oh my god, I will sit down and share my final thoughts. And here is the raspberry cheesecake flavour. It tastes amazing. We've just both had a taste. Another massive pint. So basically, I'm gonna be living on ice cream for breakfast, lunch and dinner for the rest of my life. I cannot get over how good it tastes. Kyle did point out that it's a little bit more like frozen yogurt, and I did buy this primarily to make ice cream with. I didn't try any of the other functions, but I didn't really buy it for those. But obviously in the summer, if we have friends over, we might do frozen drinks like frozen cocktails. There was a frozen yogurt setting, but I just used the ice cream setting because I wanted it to be creamy like ice cream. I don't know if that really works or not, but it tastes so good. It tastes so fresh, and I love the fact that I know exactly what ingredients I've put in. It's also really good because I've tried probably every single low-calorie ice cream on the market, and I'm just getting a bit bored of the flavours, like birthday cake from M&S, you've got the cookie dough from Aldi, you've got the chocolate brownie halo top, and they're all nice, but this gives me the freedom to make whatever flavour I want. I think the price point is absolutely amazing. Me and Kyle went halves, it was £35 each. I think it looks premium, I think it looks a lot more expensive than it actually is, and it performs really well. It's a bit noisy, and it takes about 2–2.5 minutes to process. I did find that every single time I processed it, I needed to add some milk and then process it for a second time. So all in all, it takes about 5 minutes. I would also say that something to consider is that you need to know at least 24 hours in advance that you're going to want ice cream, because you have to prepare the mixture and freeze it for 24 hours before you can have it, which for me is fine, because I think once I finish this, I'm going to wash up and I'm going to make another batch to go and freeze in the freezer so I can have ice cream literally whenever I want it. Ice cream lasts forever, doesn't it? Once it's frozen and it's in the freezer, it will last forever. So I could make a new batch of a flavour and keep it in the freezer, and it'll always be ready to go when I want it. Another thing I need to try is the mix in feature. I didn't bother this time with things like frozen fruit or chocolate chips or maybe syrups or sauces. It would be really interesting to see how that works. I've got so many ideas for different flavours and I am so excited to try them, and this is just so good. The cleaning is also incredibly easy. It is as easy as just rinsing it under the warm tap, giving it a little dry, and then you can use it again straight away. And again, I did say that the unit was fairly tall, but there's room for it in our cupboard and it's fine. You only need to take it out for 10 or 15 minutes when you're using it, and then you can pop it back away. Or if you've got miles and miles of counter space, then you can have it out all the time. But I quite like putting my units away when I'm not using them. So this is a review of someone who's wanted the Ninja Creami for about 1.5 years now. I couldn't justify the money. I've never used one either, so I can't really compare. But as a dupe, I just think this is so fantastic. It does seem like it does literally all the same things. It has all the same functions. So Aldi, thank you so much for deciding to invent this. It is an absolute 10 out of 10 from an absolute slag for ice cream. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm off to finish the rest of this in peace, like I deserve, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye!